Oh god, so they strategically placed Frank Sanchez as token there to try and make him seem like he's one of the hermanos. He's a hombre, one of the muchachos. Fuck out of here. You can tell that all of this stuff is performative for the cameras. It's more or less to show it's a show of solidarity, of unity, I suppose. And you can't really fault him for that, but it is quite performative and quite Canelo-centered. A bit too Canelo-centered. I'm going to speak about that. That's exactly what I'm going to speak about. Oh, by the way, I've been going back and forth with a couple of Canelo Viva Mexico fans on a video. Somebody wrote, oh, I like Canelo, he doesn't take shine away from his fighters. And said, his fighters? Canelo Alvarez is a poser, isn't he? He is, man. He knows there's a whole bunch of controversy around Oscar Valdez. And he knows that the cameras are rolling. And I presume, judging from the look of Oscar Valdez, the marks on his face, that this is post-fight. So, Canelo Alvarez is aware that people are looking on. So he goes there, rather than just congratulate the guy, he starts showing, oh, you should have done this, you should have threw that, you should have thrown this. The truth is, if you watch anything to do with the Reynoso gym, that's more or less what they throw. Hooks here and hooks there and hooks everywhere. What the fuck are you trying to tell the guy? And they're both acting as if they're speaking technically. He doesn't even come off like that, really. It seems contrived and fake as fuck. But Canelo Alvarez is a poser. Somebody asked a question. I think it was Marcos, what's his name, Valdez or something? Valdez? With seconds out. I can never say the guy's name. He asked whether he was vaccinated. I don't know what brought that about, but for some reason he's asking whether he's vaccinated and says if not, what's he doing? I don't understand that. But my thing is this, is Canelo Alvarez is there just to pose. You know what I mean? He was doing what he does. I mean, you could see the emotion here, you know what I mean? With him, you know what I'm saying? He's just like, sometimes I just get, well, actually, I believe it's contrived. I think he's a politician. And you gotta be wary of Canelo Alvarez behind the scenes, man. Canelo Alvarez, I gotta be honest, I look at what he's doing there. He's not showing Oscar Valdez anything new. And this is why I say I cannot believe that Canelo Alvarez has gone this amount of time without being beaten. Because his fighting style is so predictable. Even when he's showing somebody something, it's predictable. All you have to do is remove whatever is there, whether it's Oscar Valdez, whether it's the background, and replace it with one of those round heavy bags. And he's throwing the same kind of punches you're gonna see him throw over and over again. There's nothing new. I don't understand. So why are you more or less going over to Oscar Valdez to tell him to do the same thing that you guys do repetitively, predictably, each and every time? It's because the camera's there and you want to be seen with him for political reasons. That's about it. And that's, you know. So Oscar Valdez just won an unanimous decision against a Brazilian boxer by the name of Robson Conceição. I think there are two important facts here that we need to take notice of. In fact, three. Going into this fight, prior to this fight, he knocked out a dominant champion in the WBC, from the WBC, in Miguel Berchelt. He knocked him out. He was coming up in weight. He was smaller than that guy. He knocked him out. Then he gets busted, of course, for the use of a diuretic. I tend to say diuretic. All right. He says it has nothing to do with performance and so on, but he's been busted, so obviously it is what it is. Nonetheless, here's the problem that I have, and I've got to be honest here. A lot of it is subjective, but I look at the pattern, okay, not of Oscar Valdez alone, but the circumstances surrounding this particular event and the outcome of this particular fight. Oscar Valdez knocks out Miguel Berchelt, but does not knock out Robson Conceição. Robson Conceição is a Brazilian boxer, one of the worst boxing nations on this planet. When's the last time you actually saw a Brazilian world champion, a Brazilian champion of any kind, as a matter of fact? They might put up a vainglorious effort here and there, but let me tell you this, when you go on videos of Robson Conceição training, guess who he was training with? Anderson fucking Silva, who's gonna be on the undercard of that shit show circus that's about to occur on Triller with Evander Holyfield. So he doesn't knock him out, but he knocks a very dominant guy in Miguel Berchelt out. And he gets his face severely marked up. I mean, you should see Oscar Valdez's face after this. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, it could be a corinky dink, it could be something else, maybe his mind just wasn't on the fight, maybe it's the pressure of other things. But at the same token, you were fighting a fucking Brazilian, for fuck's sake. A Conceição guy. Brazilian boxer. Whatever.